Sorry. I have no fucking idea what happened. I just got some, it just said like some copyright claim. I don't know what that was. I was just gonna show you the mantis shrimp that I made. Yeah, yeah, is it LaCroix that's copyright claiming it? I have no idea how that got a copyright claim on it. That's super weird. But here's the mantis shrimp that I drew without looking on the paper. Maybe I should just do that for the rest of it. I think this is purely or clearly a superior way of doing it. Also, oh yeah, there's my P.O. Box address if anyone wants it. Man, that was so weird. That's never happened. I wonder if it's somebody watching it who takes it down or who like submits the claim, or if there's an algorithm doing it or whatever. But silly. I was on a roll and you guys were being patient and nice and hanging out. I'm gonna hide the LaCroix over here because they obviously knew. Oh, I should give this link to the first live stream. Yeah, or if you, could you do that, Arvid? Because I'm not sure even sure where that went. I updated the link in the Patreon post at least. But yeah, I'm sorry about the problems. It's just a bummer. Okay. Third live stream is the charm, and I'm gonna draw Björn Galle, an angel shark. Shark. Björn Galle. What the heck is an angel shark? Or should I just improvise and draw it the way I think it looks? And I just typed in angel shark with the T. Also, I thought about that the other day. A shart is a fart that's a shit. And wait, what was it? A bart is a burp that's a barf. Just a lot of wisdom right there. Okay, here goes an angel shark for Björn. Or Bjorn, depending on how Scandinavian you want your pronunciation. Man, that was the biggest reaction to the mantis shrimp video, was so many people commenting on how I pronounced Tor Ragnarök. It just, I did not expect that to be the comment of the video. It's just, I mean, to me, that's just the way it's pronounced, you know? But apparently that was super weird. This is more of a shape than anything else. I'm gonna draw on some eyes, even though it's not anatomically correct. And a little smile, just so it has a face. There you go, Björn. There's your angel shark. Right. How did I deal with all the Truckla coverage? Did I get to talk to Elon Musk? I have not gotten to talk to Elon Musk. He liked 2 tweets about Truckla though, so I know he saw it at least. The Truckla coverage was really fun. It was just such a different type of coverage because it was always, otherwise I've seen articles, but then it's more been, you know, like clickbaity sites just being like, look at this funny GIF of something. And this was just people who went a little bit deeper and like talked about the impact of the project and just, I don't know, it was fun. And it was something that was so different and that really like spread into other parts of the internet than I would have done before. So I think it's honestly the like best performing project I've ever posted. I mean, both in terms of views on YouTube, but also just in terms of how many people picked it up. It was a really fun one. It was a lot of work though, and I feel like my manager Luke, he's mostly been a music manager for artists, he was just like, oh, but that was like your single, and then the rest of the year you're working on your album. So then comes like some like not as hard-hitting videos. Like this one I'm gonna post next week where I eat dinner in front of a jet engine. Or I try to eat dinner in front of a jet engine and then shit happens. Shit hits the fan. Oh fuck, how did I not make that video or that joke in the video? Okay, Sam Kramer wants a koala. I'm gonna draw a koala. I didn't make that. Yeah, I made a video about eating dinner in front of, trying to eat dinner in front of a jet engine, but then stuff didn't happen. And I didn't make the joke that the shit hit the fan. Okay, but here goes nothing for a koala for Sam. Oh, this looks more like a human hand than anything, so it's a little bit unsettling. A 3-fingered human hand. It's hugging a tree because that's what koalas do. Oh no. They have really weird noses. I've never thought about that. Everybody go Google an image of a koala and appreciate the weirdness of that nose. Looks like a piece of licorice more than an animal nose. Yeah. So I know I mentioned before that I might move out of here because, and you're the first people I tell this to, like outside of friends and family, I'm kind of thinking about moving to LA. Because it just, I know it's cliche, but there's just so much more work for me there. And I don't know, San Francisco rent is just so fucking expensive. It's really hard to justify living in the city if you're not in tech. I'm really sorry about this koala, Sam. I think this might be the worst one yet. I think it looks a little bit more, it looks like a pig platypus pole dancer. It's supposed to be a tree, not like a pole. I don't know. I'm sorry. I tried. I maybe didn't try that hard, but I definitely tried. Yeah, but there's just a lot of people in LA and a lot of people I want to hang out with and befriend, and it's mostly like pretty much all of my friends have moved out of San Francisco. Like one of my best friends is moving out just this week to Portland, and yeah, and the other friends that I have are kind of like on the fence about moving, so I just feel like it's kind of hard to live here, and yeah, it would be fun with something new. I've been here for 4 years, which is longer than I've lived anywhere since I was 16. I've just been moving around so much. Ben Steele wants a parrot with a bow tie. Well, let's do a question as well. Oh, is William here? Hi, William. That's fun. Please draw me an egg. Okay, William, I will draw you an egg. Sorry, parrot with bow tie. We'll just have to wait a second. I will draw you an egg, but I thought we talked about that we're gonna drop tofu eggs. Like we'll fiddle an egg out of a piece of tofu. So I'm just gonna draw you a block of tofu because I'm trying to eat mostly vegan. And I'm trying to not be righteous about it. Here, William, here is your block of tofu that we can drop from something. Yeah, I need to read up on those videos, but let's hang out. There you go. Oh, hi, Cody's Lab. Wait, I was gonna draw a parrot with a bow tie. I don't need to look I should look what a parrot looks like. Somebody was asking about living on a boat. And yeah, I mean, I sold my boat like a year ago. I can't say I miss it. Like, it was really fun. It was a good, like one of the reasons I wanted to move to a boat was because I wanted to live in an environment where I got to build a lot and practice and where things weren't that precious. But it was just, I mean, I like nature and trees, and since I had a lot of break-ins, it just made me not feel safe on the boat. And I think ever since then, like I had a summer when I woke up a bunch because people were walking on the boat, and it just made me really anxious. Like I had a hard time relaxing and feeling chill there. And now I've sold it to a guy who's so sweet. He was the most easygoing person I could sell to. He was just like, oh, as soon as I've signed the papers, the boat is mine and I'll figure it out. And I was like, I was gonna clean it out because I still had plates and like furniture, and I was just gonna take it to like a secondhand store because it was in Sweden and I live in the States. And he was like, oh, if you're not gonna use it, like I can take it. So it was just like, okay, the boat's here, it's yours. So he was super, super sweet. And I need to, next time I'm in Sweden, I'm gonna go and hang out with him and say hi. Okay, here comes a parrot with a bow tie. Man, I keep forgetting. I start drawing off of images that only show a part of the animal, and then I have to improvise on the rest of the body. Okay, we're gonna run out of tail. So let's just do a little, seal it off with a wing and some feet. Okay, this parrot is most definitely wearing socks. There you go. There's your parrot wearing a bow tie and wearing socks, even though the socks were unsolicited. So, oh gosh, I'm just reading your messages coming by. I'm gonna do another question before I get into drawing somebody. Wait, was that a sloth? I think Emma Coogan wants me to draw her a sloth. Sloth. Coogan. Let's find, yeah, I mean, it's nice because we're not that many people, we're only 120 people, so I do kind of have a chance of seeing what people write, but it's still hard to see everything. How's the everyday calendar coming along? Thanks for asking, Bjorn. It's really exciting. It's being produced or manufactured right now in China, so we're manufacturing the 100 early birds, even though we put in an order for 200 just to have a bunch of extra. And then we're gonna do a bunch of quality control on those and get them here to California, check them, send them out to customers, make sure that they work all right, and then we're gonna fire off on the order of, I think, 1,800 calendars. So we're actually in production, which is really exciting. It's surreal to get videos and photos from the factory. It just feels really crazy. So everything takes longer than you anticipated to. We were gonna send out the early birds in May. We're definitely running late on that, but I think, like, if these units are good, I think we're still gonna make the December deadline. Yeah, it's fun, and mostly, like, the thing that's really, really nice is that people on Kickstarter have been so nice. I get really nervous when people are like upset or disappointed. It's like my worst nightmare. And doing any type of product kind of just opens up a floodgate for that. But people have been super nice. And I think people just on Kickstarter understand that, like, it's difficult to do what you're trying to do, and often you're just trying to figure it out. And it's not like I have a big corporation backing me. We're just doing this independently and in a small team. So as long as they see that you're working on it, then it's good. But I'm actually gonna film, that's the next. So first we're gonna do jet engine video, which is already filmed. And then I'm filming a video about the Everyday Calendar project and how it's going. And hopefully we will have gotten the 200 units then. So I'm just gonna rip up boxes and lay in a pile of everyday calendars. And I think I maybe promised that I was gonna hug each and every one of them. Like the early birds. We'll see. People can request hugs or no hugs. Wait, I'm gonna draw a sloth for Emma. Okay, let's look at if I have any book recommendations. Wait, I just read some book that I really liked. Oh, it was in Swedish though. It was called Norra Latin. I really like that one. But also, because I like young adult fantasy. Don't judge. I think also, I mean, the books that I've been recommending in my videos, I still agree with. Like An Absolutely Remarkable Thing by Hank Green. I like stayed up at night to read it. Okay, here's another pole dancing animal because it's a sloth hanging off of a branch. Okay, I should be talking and drawing at the same time. Draw the elephant. This is funny. Wait, let me think of another question. Oh, Björn also asked if there are any other Kickstarter plans in the near future. I just wanna take the everyday calendar like all the way before I allow myself to think of other stuff even. Because it's just, I don't know. I just don't want to get distracted and be like, this is the thing I want to spend all my time doing. Like I want to make sure we fulfill that first and do that. Oh man, this sloth is coming together really nicely though. I want to be humble and stuff, but this might actually be my finest work. Emma, you're in for a good one. So yeah, I definitely want to do more Kickstarters, and one thing that we have been working on a lot is, we're starting to chip away at, is making a very limited run of Spool. Which is, the people who've been around for a while, you know who Spool is. But it was this table that I made together with my friend that looks like a giant thread spool and has like a giant needle. And I think that is, but I mean, the thing is, those would be so expensive to manufacture. So I would have to sell them a lot more expensive than I'd want to, but it would more be like, almost like an art piece than something you can sell for a lot. Spool. Okay, Emma, are you ready for your sloth? Here comes super fucking chill sloth. Also a little bit chubby, but who gives a fuck? I like that one. I think that's my favorite one so far. Yeah, people excited about Spool. I think Spool, I mean, honestly, it's such a, I really like it. It's a very heavy piece, so there's a lot of things you'd have to do to take weight off out of it. But I think it would be a doable project. But it would definitely, I mean, it would be like a limited run of maybe 20 units or something like that. Audubon wants me to draw a badger. I'll draw you a badger. Also, like, what do you want me to do, everybody? Like, what do you want me to do on Patreon? I used to make these like shorter videos or like little vlogs and stuff like that, but then not a lot of people watched it, and I started more just doing blog posts, but I've been really bad about that, so I'm sorry about that. But yeah, let me know what you want to see more of. It's really hard for me to know what you're interested in, because I'm not always that interested in myself. Hashtag so humble. Sideways badger. You're getting a sideways badger. Okay. Here we go, Audubon. Yeah, you guys like the live streams? I feel like I'm always just boring. But, I mean, it's a little bit more just like hanging out than me being like, oh man, Audubon, this one's not going to be good. This one's a carnage. This is anatomical carnage right here. happened? No. I don't know. It just has a very... You guys want Swedish lessons? Yeah, you guys like the updates? I mean, I try to, they take a long, I get so anal about them. It take a very long time to write, but they're also like, they're fun and I like them because I feel like I can kind of give a little bit more backstory than I usually feel. I just never feel like I want to take up too much of people's time because it just, I mean, I feel bad about my videos starting to become longer and stuff like that too, because I'm just like, oh, can I really like ask for people to spend 17 minutes watching this video? But then the projects I've done have just been a lot bigger, so fuck, this is a really ugly badger, but like bad ugly. I'm sorry, Arvid. It's not great. I don't know what happened. Yeah, as I said, it's anatomical carnage. And something happened in the front. I tried to like write the patterning of it, but yeah. Sorry, somebody. Kira wants a crocodile. Oh my god, you guys have so many requests. I mean, we're 120 people. I don't think I can get through all of you, but we made a little bit of a dent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If I pick up the pace. Kira, you wanted a crocodile, right? It's 2 a.m. I'm gluing fridge magnets, so of course seeing your live stream makes this better. Why are you gluing fridge magnets? Is it why? For production? For a project? Because you can't sleep? I have so many questions. Oh, hi, you made this so... The Pretty Awesome brain. I have it down there. I got a really, really nice hand-sewn like embroidery brain that said Pretty Awesome. Is there good maker stuff in San Jose? I'm actually not sure. But I mean, there's some fun maker stuff here in San Francisco. Or I mean, Maker Faire, if they do that again this year. Okay, here comes a crocodile. Kind of messed up the back. We're doing the eyes. Feeling solid, I'm feeling strong, I'm feeling confident. Oh, good mouth. Oh, good under. Bottom jaw. Crocodiles are fucking what? Oh, fuck. I totally messed up the neck and the... Yeah, whatever. This is something. I wonder why people don't do like, you know, people do like swim with dolphins. Why not swim with crocodiles? No takers on this new tourist offer I'm trying to put out. I'm just trying to find little side hustles that I can do. Other than like selling merch, which has been pretty great, by the way. Thanks to everybody who's bought merch. That's really, really sweet of you. Okay, I just have to add a lot of teeth. And then I think we're good. Wait, oh no, I messed up. Okay, wait, teeth. A lot of teeth on the crocodile. So much teeth. So much teeth. And maybe a little front foot as well. That's not too shabby. I think that's a pretty good one. I like the amount of teeth, that he has teeth all the way to the back of the mouth and kind of all the way around. Yeah. Kelly thinks I'm approving. Thanks. Have I ever thought about inventing a musical instrument? I have it. I mean, I did, like, that was the first project I built was a guitar. I don't know if those videos are unlisted, but somewhere there's a video. I made this like, so I made an iPhone case with retractable guitar strings. So you pulled at the strings from the bottom and it had a little clip, so you could clip it to your belt. And then I made an iPhone app, so you could hold the cord on the screen. And then I used capacitive touch to measure whenever you move the strings. And it would send, there was a little Arduino that would send that signal over Bluetooth Low Energy to the app, and then it would play the coherent sound. And then there was also, what's it called? Like a rotary, like a potentiometer, but like it counts how many times it's rotated. So you could go down here, you play ding 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 ding. It was like a pretty cool project. The really difficult first project to build, like doing hardware, getting into hardware and programming. So it was super. I think if I would have understood how difficult it would be, I would probably not have done it. But yeah, it was a pretty fun project, and I looked into like, oh, should I make this into a product? But it's really hard when you have to hold the string tension in your arm, because you need so much tension to play guitar, and when you're holding that in your arm, it just gets really tired. Let's see if I can find it. I think I have a video on my computer of me playing it if you're interested. Wait, just a second. This is, okay, so this is me live streaming on my phone, showing you a video on my computer. Let's turn the volume all the way up. Oh shit, I'm watching my own live stream. Oh shit, I'm watching my own live stream. This is such a cluster, wait. I'm just gonna mute my live stream. I'm watching it not to watch myself, but because I need to see what your comments are. Okay, here we go. Does this work? Okay, so this is me holding the...
I have no idea how to play the guitar. Yes, that is pretty apparent.
It's my friend Jonathan who did the 3D printing for it. Yes, dude, it was called Cordio. Yeah, it was pretty much the first hardware project I did. I think it was the first. I like played around a little bit with Arduino before that, but I used a board called the Light Blue Bean, which was this Bluetooth low energy board. And that's actually where I ended up getting an internship here in San Francisco. So that's the first time I moved to San Francisco. Yeah, was because of an internship at a company that had a little Arduino board. What's the duct tape in the back of the laptop? Is that a pocket? So this is where I put my hard drive, because I'm always like, I'm always editing on airplanes and trains and stuff like that, and there's never any place to put your hard drive when you're editing videos or doing anything on a hard drive. So I just like duct tape this like pocket out of just duct tape. And I think honestly I was like, I want a hard case for my computer that just has a bunch of pockets. Like I would want little pens and all the fucking dongles you need for the USB 3. So that's also a project that I've been thinking about making, but that maybe wouldn't make it into being a video. I don't know. I feel like videos always have to be like a little bit bigger, but that's something I would want. Like I would want storage on there and have a little pocket for the hard drive. And I know that you can fatigue the hinges of the screen, but as long as it's pretty far down, it's fine. But I just want like storage for pens and little dongles and stuff like that. Kickstarted that. Yeah, would you guys back it? I don't know. I think it would be fun I just want to make prototypes and see if I use it myself, and then maybe I think about kickstarting it. Okay, Stuart wants an otter playing a flute. And he's also asking me if I've gotten a potato, and I've been meaning to write you and say thank you for sending me a potato. I'm getting so much, like, I used to get a lot of potatoes, and then I haven't gotten any potatoes in a really long time. But Stuart sent me a potato just to remind me of how wonderful it is to get potato in the mail. It's a really fun, weird thing. No need to write. Okay. Wait, you wanted an otter, right? Let's do an otter playing the flute. What the heck is it? It's just gonna, I was gonna say it's just gonna look like it's sucking a dick. But I didn't say that because that would be really crude. And maybe there are children watching. Okay, here comes an otter. A musical otter. This is also, I've been thinking a lot about drawing and how all of us used to draw when we were kids, but then we stop because there's this idea that you only draw if you're really good. And now it's like if I ever get an impulse to draw, I'm like, no, I can't do that, because if you're 28 and drawing, it means that you're really, really good at it. And I think that's just complete fucking bullshit. So I feel like you should just try to do those things even though you're not good at them, and just try to enjoy them. As I'm demonstrating here on this live stream. Okay, now over to the flute. I'm sorry, Stuart, it's not looking great. It's, yeah. Okay, here comes the flute. What if it's actually just holding the flute in its mouth and not having any hand? Okay, we'll do another extra long hand. And then we'll do some, you know how I said it would look like it was giving somebody head? It's more looking like it's smoking something really advanced, maybe like one of those e-cigarettes. I'm just gonna draw some notes too to make sure that people really understand that this is a musical endeavor, not, it's not an addict otter. Yeah. Yeah, it's a little bit of a vape life otter. But no, it's definitely playing music, and it's playing the flute. You're welcome, Stuart. John Rains. Gosh, you all have such good suggestions. Was it a chipmunk in a top hat? Okay, I can do this. This I can do. Oh yeah. Okay, it's happening. John, you're getting a chipmunk in a top. I'm gonna start with a top hat, because that's easy. It's just a freaking cylinder. Also, is there anything you all want advice on? I am here to give you advice, even though I doubt anyone would really take advice from me. But I see that's like a lot of, I'm really bad at responding to stuff, but that's something I see a lot on Instagram, where people being like, hey, I'm thinking about getting into college, or I want to do more projects, I want to get into building stuff, or and just asking for advice. And I think it's a really, oh man, this is an evil chipmunk. It's really hard to give advice to people because I only have one point of reference. Like, it's the journey that I took and what I did. And I don't know if, I feel like there's so many people who are just like, drop out of school. And I just like, I can't tell people to do that. Like, it's not, I just want people to do whatever they want to do. But also it's really easy as somebody from a position of privilege to be like, yeah, of course you shouldn't go to school. Like, that's a waste of time. And it's just like, yeah, but that's such a good path for a lot of people. And I didn't really go to school. Definitely did not study chipmunk anatomy because a lot of decisions were made right now. And they're not adding up. How do you make it into a Korean soap opera? I don't know. I've never been in a Korean soap opera. I've just been in a Chinese sitcom. I don't know. Move there and see what they say. John, I tried to draw you a chipmunk in a top hat. It kind of got one right leg and then a middle front leg. And it looks really evil, but there you go. That's something. Yeah. Ariel wants a scientist tiger? Wait, I'm missing you. We're missing all the comments. Somebody wanted a scientist tiger. Right again. Also, if you're starting Truckla project from scratch, would I have done things differently? Wait, let me just find Ariel first. Okay, Ariel Bellick, a scientist tiger. So if I would have started the Truckla project, what would I have done differently? I mean, we cut, I don't know how fresh in memory that video is for people, but I cut the car, or we cut the car a bit earlier than we should have. Like we skipped doing, we skipped a few steps and tried to get to cutting the car earlier than we should have. But one of the things that drove that, there were two things that drove that. One was that an electric vehicle has a different structure than a vehicle with a combustion engine, because the battery pack is like a skateboard, and that has so much rigidity in itself that the structure that's above that is still significant, but not as significant as a normal gas vehicle. So that was one part of it, but also the other part was that I was about to travel and I was gonna go to like New York and Hawaii and New Zealand for the Weta Workshop thing. So I was on a schedule and knew when I needed to fly out, and I realized I couldn't fly out before the car had been cut, because I needed to be there, I needed to film when the car was cut, and then there would be a bunch of work after that, but we couldn't cut it and not film that. So we kind of had to make that a little bit earlier than we were comfortable with. So I think if I would have redone it, I would probably just have made sure that we had more time. But things worked out okay. Bye, Cody. What's the next bit of travel plan for you? I've been traveling so much. I've mostly been going back and forth to LA. But I was just in Pittsburgh last week, and then I was in Sweden and Italy. So yeah, it's just been a lot. So I think I'm gonna be in San Francisco until October, and then mid-October, I think I'm going to Berlin for a speaking engagement, and then I'm going to Sweden for another one. So, ooh, chubby tiger. Yeah, I mean, I kind of just want to like have more shop time. Man, tiger is an ambitious endeavor, because what am I going to do about all the stripes? Can I just leave the stripes? Can it be a stripeless tiger? Oh, maybe it's a scientist tiger that found a way to remove all its stripes. That is a very lazy out I gave myself. I'll draw on some stripes, but definitely not all of them. It's also not getting a tail. Yeah, I mean, I'm always, you know that at this point, I'm always just wanting like, man, I wish I had more shop time. But it's really hard because there's always like other things that need to get done. And I feel guilty spending time in the shop, even though it's part of my job, because it's the part that's really fun. And why would you let yourself do the things that are really fun? This needs to be a scientist tiger. How do I make this a scientist tiger? Now it's just a normal tiger. How do I add scientist to it? Goggles? Glasses. Okay. Plays a little bit into a stereotype, but I will add glasses to make this a scientist tiger. And maybe it's holding, does it have like any of those little, a test tube? Yeah, I was thinking a test tube too. Definitely get some whiskers on there. And it's holding, okay, wait, light about this. It's holding a test tube in its bottom paw, and it's spilled out a bunch of liquid on the ground, and it's kind of like, that is not a pile of poop. That is a chemical that has spilled out a test tube. There you go, Ariel. It's missing an eyebrow? Doesn't have a single eyebrow. wait, I need to see what we're writing. And then I have to dip out in a little bit. I'm sorry. I would want to write stuff for all of you. But it's, you know, just as an artist, it's a lot. I'm just putting so much of myself into these images. And I am just kidding. Okay, a surfing seal for Hinab. I am totally relying on that I'm going to be able to find your addresses on Patreon, by the way. How the fuck do you draw a surfing seal? Also, I play this really fun game of telephone, like drawing telephone, where you write something on, you have like a pile of cards. Everyone starts with a pile of like empty cards, and then you write a word on it, or like a word. So you're like, surfing seal, and you pass it on to the next person, and then they have to draw a surfing seal, and they pass that on to the next person, and they have to draw what they think that is, and they pass it on to the next person, and they have to write what they think it is. Yeah, it was fun. A seal with an eel in its nose? That's not cool. Okay, here comes a seal on a surfboard. I was trying to see if you guys are writing anything, but I realize you're also just watching me in very deep focus drawing this. Thanks for being so nice. Honestly, you guys, yeah, thanks for always being nice. Okay, and now onto the surfboard. What the heck does a surfboard look like? Okay. This I can do. There you go. That's a big fat thing. Yeah, there's not that much more to it. I think this is a pretty good one. Yeah. Okay, everyone. I'm gonna dip out because I do need to get back to the 1,000 things that I needed to do. I'm so sorry that I couldn't draw things for everyone, but we did some of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I still think my favorite one is the portrait I made of Gary without looking on the paper. Thank you so much for checking in. This is, yeah, we can totally do this more often. If it's something you like doing, I mean, yeah, it's fun. It's nice to just get to hang out, and maybe next time it's sometimes better to do it with somebody else, because then I know that they can kind of monitor what you're writing as I'm doing something else. Just, yeah, it just gets a little bit easier to manage. But this also totally works, and I think, like, especially when it's just 100 or 200 people, because then I can actually see what you're writing. So thanks everyone. Good night to everyone who, yeah, is on the East Coast and in Europe and stuff. Okay, bye. How do I quit this? Awkward. Oh, there we go.